I've spoken directly with my colleagues in Victoria on a number of occasions to push forward an agenda to get more data on healthcare worker infection. On that point in particular, the numbers today regarding the numbers of healthcare workers and residential aged care workers who have acquired COVID-19 are of significant concern to all of us. And I wanted to reflect on how that makes people feel when they are going to work in a healthcare or residential aged care setting in that environment. And to do so by means of a personal story. I, as some of you will know, worked for Médecins Sans Frontières or Doctors Without Borders in the 2000s, and one of those missions was to the Republic of Sudan, which was a challenging environment then. But what it exposed me to was that feeling of constant risk, that feeling of anxiety, of not knowing what the day would hold, or indeed of what personal risk I was going to find myself in. And that takes its toll, of course. And we know that is taking its toll on our colleagues down in Victoria at the moment. I know that feeling of not being able to sleep particularly well, of getting up in the morning not feeling at all refreshed. I know that feeling of concern moving to anxiety, moving to something that can be constantly there and stay there for a long time. And so what I would strongly encourage all Victorians to do, if that is not reason enough to support the stage 4 restrictions, do everything that you possibly can to bring these numbers down. For healthcare workers and residential aged care workers, my colleagues down in Victoria, please avail yourself of assistance if you're feeling that way. Whether that is formal assistance, often through your general practitioner, whether that is going to the Black Dog Institute and going to the 10 website, which is a particularly good resource, whether that is talking to colleagues. And if you're a member of a healthcare worker's family, or you're the friend of a healthcare worker, do what I've done this week and just pick up the phone to those who've been and are still on the front line down there. Just check in on how they're going, because I can tell you that from the feedback that I've received this week, that is a really, really important intervention. Just that one-on-one showing your support for them, and reminding us again that the best way that we can show healthcare workers in this nation our support is by taking that curve that seems to be flat at the moment and bending it down so we get this epidemic in Victoria under control.